So here I got the Mecc Alte shaft that I'm going to be turning here. Still gotta work this part out. These I gotta smooth it out a little bit. So I already got the thread inside for the bolt, and this is it. So I'm gonna be turning it. And just making some corrections here. Okay, so here we have the piece that we're going to cut. It's got right now the rough cut, and this is the one that is gonna be the bearing housing. And so we're cutting it. This is like a rough cut. Then later on I'll have to go inside because it's a bigger diameter, the bearing, so I'm gonna have to bore inside and then weld it to a plate that's gonna be on the fascia of the generator. So now that we have already rectified the outside border trim, now we're ready to do the outer cut with the blade, the inner diameter to rectify, so we can get the bearing fit in there. So we can get the bearing fit in here, you know, properly and tight. Then we'll put it beautiful here and ready to be welded. So this is it. It's got to be tight, and then I'll go for it. So I already did the piece that is gonna be the cover. Found the center of it. Got a 2x4 that I got in here in order to, when I press it, to drill the holes, it will be there. To put it on the on this thing here, so we can drill first all the holes, all the 4 holes, then get the bolts on, drill the center, then go with a wider gap to get this piece here, which is the one that I put it in the lathe. Now this piece, it's I got it in, but it's still not pressed. As you can see, I took it off, and the way I did it is I did some fine dating here. Then I went a little coarse, so it gets stuck in there, and you gotta rectify it with the lathe here and here. Of course, that's the front, but this back part also, so when it fits into the plate, it's going to be perfectly even. So then what I recommend, what I'm gonna do, is just tack it center-wise, put the bearing, mount it with the outer bolts to the generator, and check spinning free before going full welding around it, the plate. So that's it, more or less. Got it all. This piece took a while because I have to bore all this so that the bearing fits quite tight. So it just has to be pressed a little bit more, and that'll do it. Later on I might drill some holes here. I gotta sand this down, make it smoother, and that's it. So with the 2x4 it's easier once you got it all pressed in here to go right in the center of it. And not gonna be any vibration, you got it all secure. So it's all there. Okay, so here we're ready to drill the right off the center, and I have it ready to go and make the hole. The hole is going to be a little bit smaller than this, of course, so we can have a gap to play and set it up, and still being able to take the plate off and push the bearing whenever we need to replace it. Alright, so we got it all cut off, and now what I'm going to do is clean it up, sand it down, smooth the plate so I can get good ground to get the ring on. Alright, so the way I did it, it's here we have the generator. What I did is I tack it with some kind of fast glue that comes with a catalyzer, and it's aluminum. You put first this kind of sand and it accelerates, then you add a couple of drops on this, and so I got the plate already tagged with the glue, and the bearing is there, so it's all center. Now I'm just going to go ahead and MIG weld it, but just tacking it. I'm not gonna go full. I'm just gonna tack like in 3 spots or so I can play with it, and then later on. But it's gonna hold though. It's gonna hold with like 3-4 tacks, pretty solid there. So that is a plate, and then everything goes mounted. Then later on we can do adjustment with the bolts and whatever. It looks pretty nice. Here is a generator. I'm finished with it. I got the shaft made already, and the front plate I had to make it, adapt it here, and weld the housing to allow to house the bearing in place. And it's got I still gotta put the key in, but their machines are almost ready to be coupled.